This is the Herb Dean is a god-awful referee rankings video. Here, I'm going to be breaking down my top 10 Herb Dean mistakes inside the octagon that makes him a piece of shit referee. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. I have video proof. Like and subscribe to my channel. That'll be greatly appreciated, right? Let's start at number 10. The only one I didn't have a video for is the Conor McGregor versus Khabib fight, right? The number 10 spot in my rankings video. Herb Dean did a very, very bad job in this fight. McGregor versus Khabib was the biggest fight in UFC history, right? You want the gold standard of UFC, the multiple referee award winner in MMA, and Herb Dean to be there, right? But he wasn't that this fight. He was not that. He was fucking awful. We see multiple fouls here in standstill photos by Conor McGregor, right? Conor McGregor grabbing the shorts. Conor McGregor interlocking his toes inside the cage. Conor McGregor putting his fingers inside Khabib Nurmagomedov's glove. Khabib basically pleading with Herb Dean, brother, please. Conor keeps inserting his fingers inside my glove. Then you see Conor McGregor throw an illegal knee. That's an illegal knee, Joe, right? You saw him throw the illegal knee to Khabib Nurmagomedov. And basically, Herb Dean was a civilian. He was me and you out there. He was fucking doing nothing. He was like, oh my God, I can't believe that Khabib and Conor are actually fighting right now. Oh my God, this is the biggest fight of UFC all time. Ooh, shit, nice ground and pound. Oh my God. Oh wait, there's no fouls? There was 20 fouls, Herb. What were you doing? That's my number 10 spot. At number 9, here's a video for you guys, but let me give you some context. Brian Ortega versus Max Holloway. Title fight. Brian Ortega was getting his ass beat the entire fight for 3 rounds. At the end of the 3rd round, you see Herb Dean and the doctor go up to Brian Ortega, who has a fractured orbital, cannot see out of one of his eyes, and you see that Herb Dean is going to be asking Brian Ortega how many fingers he has, right? And that is the eye test of saying, all right, can you see or not? You put up a 2, you say 2, Brian Ortega. He puts up a 1, you say 1 to be able to continue in the fight. Let's see what Brian Ortega and Herb Dean did, right?
Keep your head still. How many fingers? How many fingers?
3.
How many fingers?
No.
Keep your head still. How many fingers?
1. No, 1.
As you see right there, Herb Dean asks, how many fingers am I holding up? He gets the first one wrong and says 3. And then he goes, then he puts another finger up, which is 1. And Brian Ortega literally just guesses and says, 1, 2. And basically Herb Dean continues the fight. The fight ends in the next round anyways, due to retirement and stoppage by the referee or doctor, whoever it was. Brian Ortega loses the fight. But again, it saves Brian Ortega from permanent damage because he couldn't see out of his eye. And now you see Brian Ortega right now. Let's just say that. Next, we have at number 8, Poirier versus Justin Gaethje 2. What did Herb Dean do this time? Justin Gaethje and Poirier had a BMF title fight where Justin Gaethje knocked him out early in the 2nd round, a minute into the 2nd round. And Justin Poirier was laying there, flat unconscious. Justin Gaethje lands a follow-up shot. Not a big deal, right? Herb Dean couldn't get there. He tried to get there, but he could not get there. But Herb Dean thought he was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson going for a people's elbow. And look what he does here. Slides safe and hits him right in the sternum, basically breaking every rib that Dustin Poirier has. You have to understand that Herb Dean is a big motherfucker, right? He is huge. He's a heavyweight. Look at that slide. Oh, hurts. Ow. So that's what happened with Herb Dean. That was not a great look, right? At number 7, Sabah Homasi versus Razak Alhassan. You have to understand, this fight had a lot of bad blood, an intense face-off going into it. I remember watching this fight live, right? Razak Alhassan has heavy power. We got to see what happened here. Sabah Homasi is on the cage, and he goes for a takedown. Herb Dean thinks that he gets dropped and calls the fight. Please watch this. No punches being landed. That drops him, right? He's hurt, but not really too badly hurt. He goes for a takedown right there, and he sprawls on it, and Herb Dean calls the fight and says the fight's over. Sabah Homasi is absolutely pissed off. He hates Herb Dean. He probably calls him the N-word. That's basically what happened there, right? Not a good look by Herb Dean calling a fight when someone's trying to shoot a takedown while Razak Alhassan sprawls. Not a great look. At number 6, Ben Askren versus Robbie Lawler, the most famous one Herb Dean has been in. We already know what happens here. We see Robbie Lawler get his back taken. Then Ben Askren goes for a bulldog schoolyard choke, and it looks like Robbie Lawler goes limp, but he does not. Robbie Lawler immediately protests, and we see what happens there. Robbie Lawler was not out, but Herb Dean thought he was out. Herb Dean got the fight wrong in a highly anticipated debut for Ben Askren. He gets the victory there. Was that victory a little bit premature? You probably, because he was not out. That fight should have kept on going, but Herb Dean made a massive mistake for a guy that they traded for Demetrius Johnson. So there's that. Let's keep going. At number 5, Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. This just happened last week. Why was it not higher? Because there's more offensive stuff that happened. What happened in this fight? Herb Dean was refereeing at UFC White House fight card, right? UFC Freedom 250 in the co-main event, Cyril Gane versus Alex Pereira for the interim heavyweight championship belt. And Cyril Gane lands a nice jab on Alex Pereira, hurts Alex Pereira, but also continues to land multiple shots behind the head. You see him get dropped there. You see him punching him here. See the elbow, see the elbow, see the elbow, see the elbow, see the back of the head shots. That's basically what happened. Let's go back and see that again. He drops him with the jab, and then you see what happens to Alex Pereira. A lot of back of the head shots from the elbows, from the hammer fist, whatever it was. Alex Pereira was wobbled and basically concussed after it. Was Alex Pereira on his way to losing? Most likely. But did it help that he got illegally hit behind the head? No. And Herb Dean should have stopped the fight right there and said, hey, gave him a warning. And then once he went after the third, the fourth, all right, guys, we got to stop this. I don't think Cyril Gane's a dirty fighter. I think that Cyril Gane is just trying to finish the fight, and he doesn't care. He's like, they're not going to call these fouls for me. I don't care. It's not like he's purposely trying to hit Alex Pereira in the back of the head. He's just trying to finish the fight, and if his back of the head is there, his back of the head is there. But I think that's what Cyril Gane is kind of trying to do. But whatever. It doesn't matter. Herb Dean needs to be penalized for it. Instead, he cries about it and says, oh, it's a mohawk right here. Well, the mohawk got hit. You can see right here on his head that there's big lumps on the back of his head, right where the spine is. And that is not a good look. Herb Dean, you just need to take accountability and say, I fucked up, I messed up, and just move on, right? And move on. But you fucked up, you messed up. That's it. Don't freaking make a video saying Alex Pereira was wrong or whatever it is, because it's not true. We all saw it. You're on an island by yourself. I don't understand it. At number 4, right next, number 4, we have Marina Rodriguez versus Amanda Ribas. You see Marina Rodriguez drop Amanda Ribas and go for the finish, ground and pounding her, right? Freaking bouncing her head off the canvas like Conor McGregor says. And Herb Dean runs in and basically hits Marina Rodriguez and basically makes her stop punching, because once the referee touches you, the fight's over. That's how it's supposed to be. And let's just watch what she does, what happens here, right? You see Marina Rodriguez is going to land this nasty 2 coming up soon. There it is right there. You see her go for the finish, the ground and pound. Boom, 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 boom. Herb Dean runs into them, and basically stops the fight. She's yelling at Herb Dean, calling him the N-word most likely. And then this is what happens. Marina Rodriguez ends up putting her out later on, like 10 seconds later, when she doesn't even fall to the ground. It makes no sense. I don't understand what Herb Dean is doing, right? Look at this. You have to understand. Okay, maybe he could have touched her. He didn't touch her, whatever it is. If he touched her, he didn't touch her. It doesn't matter. He ran forward, got into her space, okay? And she thought the fight was over. Herb Dean didn't. Herb Dean then basically let Amanda Ribas stand up because Marina Rodriguez thought the fight was over. And Amanda Ribas got punched in the face a couple of times, didn't even go down again. And then that's when the fight is over. Not when her head is bouncing off the canvas. It's when she's basically getting hit and not even dropped yet. That's basically what it is. That makes no sense to me. Next, at number 3, Luke Rockhold versus Chris Weidman. This will be in 2.5x because this is how long Chris Weidman went without throwing a meaningful strike when Luke Rockhold was mounted on him in their championship middleweight fight, right? This was actually insane. You could see here, he takes the back, then he transitions to mount, and look how many shots are unanswered right here from Luke Rockhold to Chris Weidman. It is mental how bad Herb Dean is as a referee, right? Joe Rogan and Goldberg were saying, hey, when are they going to stop the fight? When are they going to stop the fight? How is this fight not stopped? This is actually insane. Look how many unanswered blows this is. When are we going to stop the fight? This is in 2.5x, by the way. It's not even 2x. It's 2.5. What are we doing? Protect yourself. He's not protecting himself. And then the round ended. That is not him stopping the fight. The round ended. That's how bad Herb Dean is as a referee. Let's go at number 2. CB Dolloway versus Khalid Murtazaliev. Murtazaliev. Dolloway versus Murtazaliev. You're going to see one of the worst beatings I've ever seen in my life. This is Rodney King level bad. Hopefully you guys have stomach for this because I really do not. Please watch this. You're going to see Murtazaliev basically run towards him like he's a lion going against a hyena in the jungle. And CB Dolloway is basically quitting right in front of your face. Watch this, please. Right? You see him in mount right now. He's standing over the top of him. Look at Dolloway, please. This is very, very bad and excruciating. CB Dolloway wants out of there, clearly wants out of there. And look what Herb Dean is doing. Herb Dean is just watching. He's preserving nothing, right? He's like, oh my God, what is going on here? Oh my God, he's just giving his back, flattened out, giving his back, not even trying. Should we stop the fight? Should we stop the fight? Oh, protect yourself. Protect yourself. Oh, you're not protecting yourself? Well, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Oh, now the round ended. The round ended. Look at him. He's waiting for him to see if he gets back up to the stool to see if he can call it or not. CB Dolloway literally told Herb Dean, I'm done, bro. I've been done. I don't know why you didn't stop the fight. And Herb Dean waited till the bell to ring to basically call the fight when CB Dolloway wanted to quit. CB Dolloway was done. He was done. That was insane that he let that go that long. That was mental. Let's go to number 1. The number 1 spot is Francisco Trinaldo and Jai Herbert. This was so bad that Dan Hardy, the announcer at Fight Island, cussed out Herb Dean, called him the N-word again, called him a fag, whatever he called him. Herb Dean deserved it because this was brutal. You're going to see Jai Herbert get hit with an overhand by Francisco Trinaldo, who hits very hard. And Jai Herbert is done. He is a vegetable right now. He is unconscious. And Herb Dean does not give a shit. He does not care. We're going to see that right now. This says number 2, but this is number 1. Here it is. Let me show you guys what happens. Overhand over the top. Jai Herbert, literally look at him. He's literally done. Here's a follow-up, 2 follow-up, 3 follow-up shots, 4 follow-up shots. Oh, yeah, now he's done, Herb Dean. Now he's done. He literally was toast. He was toast, and Herb Dean did not give a shit. As you see, Francisco Trinaldo is literally looking at Herb Dean, waiting like, hey, like, am I going to hit him back? I don't know if I should hit him back. He looks done to me, and Herb Dean didn't give a shit, wanted Jai Herbert to die. I don't understand why, but this is the reason why Herb Dean should stop refereeing, honestly. Or, like, at least apologize. At least apologize. Hey, my fault. My fault. Referees make mistakes all the time, right? If you play basketball, if you play football, they're humans. They're not AI. They're not robots. You can make mistakes. Take accountability, though, and say you make mistakes. That would be a lot better. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Thank you.